Hello, everyone. Welcome to Joe Consumes Cinema. I'm your host, Aethelwald, you evil genius, and today we have The Last Kingdom, Season 3, Episode 3. So the previous episode was damn good. Uhtred is now in exile after, a string of circumstances coordinated very cleverly by Aethelwald. It seems that this whole season is going to be about Aethelwald finally really pressing his claim to be king. He sees that Alfred is old and he's going to die soon. He knows, because he's a very intelligent character, that anytime that there is a succession, it is an opportunity to usurp the throne. It's a moment of incredible weakness and uncertainty, and yeah, he wants to slide in there, take out any possible other claimants like Aethelflaed and Edward, and then he's the last man left standing, and he's king. Aethelwald does not give a shit about a united England at all. He just wants Wessex. He just wants his father's throne, that's it. And that's an advantage because Alfred is in a very precarious situation. As he talked about, not much has changed since he became king. The Danes still raid and pillage. Yeah, the Christian kingdoms within England are in a much stronger overall position, but there's still so much fighting going on, and it doesn't seem like there's any real end in sight. Alfred has kind of been in a reflective mood, thinking back on all that he has done, and he just looks at it as he hasn't really accomplished what he set out to do. He's a bit in like a melancholy state almost, just wishing he had more time. But I think at some point, pretty damn soon, Alfred is going to die. Again, even though my European history is a bit rusty, I do remember learning that the first English king was Edward. I'm pretty sure that's correct. So it seems, destined at some point that Uhtred is going to align with Edward at some point. That's the only way I see Edward being successful. He's not a bad character or a bad person or anything. It's just he's young and inexperienced. He needs someone as a strong right hand, and Uhtred fits the mold perfectly, I think. It's pretty interesting. Uhtred is reunited once again with young Ragna and Brida. He's happy about that, but at the same time, there's a little bit of self-conflict there because Ragna the Younger and Brida seem to want to go directly against Alfred and fight Wessex. It's entirely possible they ally with Bloodhair. And Uhtred and the men loyal to him are like, listen, I was loyal to you. What happened between you and Alfred was bullshit. We side with you on that point, but I don't want to fight my countrymen. I don't want to fight my family. Like, I'm not taking up arms against Wessex. And I think Uhtred is also very conflicted. He just wants to be free from eternal service. That's it. He doesn't hate Alfred. He doesn't want him to die. He doesn't want Wessex to burn where his children and the last remnants of his family are. So yeah, that's pretty much the situation right now. It's going to be a pretty interesting episode for sure. But before we begin, as always, remember to blank, blank, and blank. We are over 5,000 on the march to 10,000. I've launched the Joe Consume Cinema Patreon. Every member of my Patreon gets a guaranteed movie request. I have the first season of The Penguin, the second season of Squid Game, and the first and second season of Mr. Robot. Almost the third season of Mr. Robot. More than 40 reactions right there. Feel it's a really good offer for, $2 per month. But if money's tight, I understand. You could always join as a free member too. I post some early access stuff up on the Patreon. I just posted Season 1, Episode 1 of Severance. Early access about a week early over there. I'm going to try to keep that going forward. But yeah, any support is always very much appreciated. A like, comment, share, subscribe. All of it really helps. I all really appreciate it. And with that, let's get right to the episode.
You cannot escape who you are, Arslan. Blood and bone, you are Bebbanburg.
I was hoping we'd see Leofric again.
I loved her, Lady Gisela. I mean, not as you loved her, but she was always kind to me, Lord. Always.
You have made him a traitor. If you had not killed the monk, you would still be Alfred's oathman.
Then I'm glad I killed the monk.
I do really like the fact that we're getting more of Leofric the Ghost. I really miss that character. Still my favorite character of the show. Okay, I guess we're gonna see if Aethelflaed goes down here. I really hope not. I'm surprised it's literally him that's about to try to do the assassination. Aethelflaed can fight, we know that.
Lady, do not make a sound. On my life, I mean you no harm. It is Altelm. No one can know I have come here to your estate. I shall say what needs to be said, and then I shall leave. For your own safety, you must leave Mercia.
Tell me why I must leave my home.
Because your husband intends to kill you. I am here because I am every breath of Mercia. And because I have come to believe that we would be a poorer land without the Lady of Mercia. Mercia needs Wessex. Alliances must not alter. Uhtred, he has fled north, a traitor.
No, that is a lie. He would never. Uhtred would never break an oath.
What else would embolden your husband to dare to kill you? One has followed the other. He is not the king I hoped he would become.
I actually believe him. Yeah, I did not think Aethelflaed would go down. I'm a bit surprised that Aethelred's second betrayed him like that. He sees how weak and stupid he is, so it makes sense.
It is Edward.
And what of him?
Well, he claims to be married already.
Oh, God.
You either give me the name of the priest, or I send for your delicate whore. Which will it be?
I will say nothing more. If I do not wish to become king, it is your duty.
You shall never dare put at risk all that I have achieved.
Pretty much the last thing Alfred needs right now. There are a lot of daggers in the dark. I think they were trying to kill the prince there. He's supposed to be at the monastery.
Lord?
Oh,
Well?
Mercia.
Lady Ethelfled is gone. Perhaps it is for the best that Ethelfled lives.
The best for whom?
Find her.
He's here.
Negotiation. Are we at war?
It is what we do, Lord. We are no longer Alfred's oathman.
You took what belongs to me. We have that matter to settle.
It is settled.
It can wait.
What the fuck?
You're seizing a chance to take what is mine.
Your rightful place is the alehouse in Winchester.
I'm as much King of Wessex as you are Lord of Bebbanburg, both of us usurped by an uncle.
Where is your honor? You do not belong here.
My crown was stolen, and thanks to you, I now have the opportunity to take it back. Make no mistake, we are the same, you and I. Apparent traitors to Wessex, but for good cause.
Uhtred does not like that.
We are not the same, and never shall be.
There is no backward step, my friend. Kings will be made, and kings will die. Because of you.
Uhtred's children. Have them brought to Winchester. Arrange for their welfare and education. Introduce them to God.
It's gonna piss Uhtred off.
The king must not know.
You withhold the knowledge of the threat to Ethelfled's life. That is treachery.
It is what my lady wishes.
It is what she wishes. It is not what I would wish. I understand her wanting Wessex and Mercia to remain allies. He is always the solution, it seems.
Uhtred?
His son is a boy. And Alfred is without his commander. By abandoning Alfred, you have made this possible. You would kill me, Arslan. And men like me.
What I want is to be your queen.
You gave her up to save yourself.
She's mine. If I have to kill you, then that is what I will do. Right here.
Do nothing, Lord, or I will take you through.
She's not a woman to own. It is she that must own a part of you.
He has taken my woman, my seer. He shames me. I'd like to slit his belly.
Now is not the time.
Attack Wessex, and we kill Alfred! East to west, taking everything in our path.
And at some point we begin to fight amongst ourselves and the plan fails.
I will lead. I have ships, I have men. I've not grown lazy sitting inside a fortress.
You're calling me lazy, Bloodhair.
When did I join you? I gave you food. I did not give you my oath.
Agnes, the only man each of us will trust. The only man.
I'm with you.
Don't trust him?
I have no argument. I too will follow.
Always. And me. I'm a man who knows every Saxon grudge and grievance held against Alfred, and there are many.
My sword is my brother's, no doubt.
This is a very loose-knit alliance that could easily fall apart in a second. So Aethelwald is playing a very stupid game here. He's trying to wield these people for his own ends, but they are not about to call him king. All he's really trying to secure at this point is a kingship in name only.
You cannot go against the men of Wessex.
Quite now.
Like one of the puppet kings from season 1 that the Danes would, parade around for their own amusement, but they had no power, no real say. Aethelwald's just very short-sighted. You can tell that Uhtred is still very conflicted.
What are you doing here?
Are you not glad to see me?
Beautiful. Rita, my angel, I see you've swallowed yet another wasp. I'm also here to carry out the king's order, formally banish Uhtred from Wessex.
They know to keep it a secret.
Comes as no surprise to see you here.
Amongst friends.
I'm here for Ethelfled. She's in hiding in a nunnery. Did Ethelwald journey here alone?
You arrived with Heston and Bloodhair.
Having first paid a visit to Ethelred.
Oh shit, putting the pieces together.
Am I to assume the plan is to make Ethelwald the next king of Wessex? She says you are sworn to her. That you promised to come to her aid should her husband threaten her.
This is a trick.
Ethelfled hereby releases you from that oath. She asked for your help. Not because you are her oath man, Uhtred, but because you are the man that she trusts the most.
This great army we're supposedly gathering can never hold.
Yeah, It's obvious.
Lord, I will follow you wherever you go, but I have a wife in Wessex.
You went to Ethelred. What did you speak of? To declare himself King of Mercia, to enrage Alfred, to cause division, to help our cause.
To kill his wife.
Do not sleep tonight. You may not wake.
Yes, Uhtred, I may have suggested to Ethelred that he should kill his wife, but why ever not? She is Alfred's daughter. It would cause further chaos. What does it matter?
It matters.
Why? She is the enemy. Or is the real purpose of Father Beocca's journey north to ask you to go and save her?
I will fight him right now, and I will kill him.
Why? Because the turd has found the truth.
Uhtred, we are supposed to be one army.
I predict the Lord Uhtred is about to desert this army.
Proof of what?
You are torn between Saxon and Dane.
I say this army can never hold. Ragnar, look around you. We're enemies, bound only by greed.
Why are you here? What is your message?
Ragnar! I will be leaving. I'm needed.
By a princess. You're no more a Dane than the priest here. You're a whore to the crown of Alfred.
You would do this to me again. What my father gave to you, I now take back. You are no longer Uhtred Ragnarsson.
Ragnar, you cannot do that, please.
You are no longer my brother. He does not live with Skade. Ragnar, she belongs to me.
We shall make the square.
Oh, shit.
Agreed.
Okay, took some time just to gather my thoughts. That was episode 3. Damn good. So we have a little congregation of Danes here. It's a loosely knit alliance held together by greed. Uhtred said it perfectly. Hastet, Bloodhair, Ragnar, and Uhtred, all get together, sort of agree that they're going to unite against Alfred, take Mercia and Wessex. But you can see, even as they're talking, they can't initially agree on who should even lead the thing, let alone, how they're going to go about taking those very large, very strong countries. I think Aethelwald is being very short-sighted in how he's going about this. He's positioning himself to be a pauper king. In Season 1, there were these English kings who bowed down to the Danes, and in return they got to keep their crown and their throne. But the Danes sort of kept them around as like court jesters, like they were there to be rubber stamps for what the Danes wanted to do. So they were kings in name only, and that's what Aethelwald is positioning himself to be. Uhtred got that very important piece of information from Father Beorca, how Aethelwald set up the attempted murder of Princess Aethelflaed, how she's, asking for Uhtred's help. He sees Aethelwald showing up with these two, Bloodhair and Hastert, and knows that he's in way over his head. He has these delusions of being king. It's just not something that's in the cards, really. Now, Aethelwald is exploiting, the political division masterfully, I would say, but he's being very short-sighted in how he's going about it. And he has untrustworthy allies that are going to betray him and probably cut his throat as soon as he's lived out his usefulness to them. He's not going to get a portion of the treasure, let alone be named a king. It's just not going to happen. But he can still cause problems for Uhtred. You saw it at the very end there. Uhtred confronts him about his plan to, set up Aethelflaed, and he can talk his way out of a situation like that. Immediately turns it around on Uhtred. Why are you so angry about this? Isn't it a good thing that I'm setting up the princess to be killed? She is an enemy after all. And then he says, I predict Uhtred will return to Wessex. Like, the divisions are so obvious in this very loose-knit alliance. So yeah, next episode we're going to get a showdown between Bloodhair and Uhtred finally. They're going to fight over possession of Skade. It was a really good episode, and yeah, the way things are turning, this alliance is going to hold for a time, but Uhtred ultimately is going to reunite with Wessex, and I think Edward, because I think Alfred is going to die very soon. Maybe even Uhtred will take Bebbanburg in between, because out of all the things that Uhtred has accomplished in the show, taking Bebbanburg might be one of the easier things he has to do right now. So honestly, I could see that being, a little infiltration job like they've done in the past. Take out some guards and, kill his uncle once and for all, finally get rid of that storyline for good. But yeah, it was a really good episode, and honestly, I just want to watch the next one. So as always, thanks for watching, and peace.